Hello everyone. I'm back after nearly 3 weeks of not making a single YouTube video. I have to admit, I lost my momentum and the creative juices aren't flowing the way it used to. So I thought I should make a video on consistency. If you're struggling with being consistent with your own musical journey and practicing regularly, I completely get it. It's not an easy thing to be consistent, especially when you're trying to make something new into a habit and hasn't established in your system yet. For instance, this new activity that I've committed to, making at least one video every week, helping one person out there and help them with their musical journey. And it is such a struggle for me to bring it into system. So please stick around to hear what I have to say. I will share with you 3 easy ways you can overcome this. I promise once you see it, you cannot unsee. Hello, everyone. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jeshi Nagarajan, and I'm a software engineer by day and pursue Carnatic music as a hobby that grew more than a passion over the past few years. I started from the basics at an adult age, and in 10 years, I couldn't even dream to be in a place where I'm able to perform locally and teach music in my neighborhood and draw absolute pleasure from it. I started this YouTube channel with an intention to connect with many like me who are in the similar path, who are passionate about Carnatic music, don't know how to start, where to start, or struggling with some aspects of keeping the rhythm with it, and share my own struggles and journey. So what happened past couple of weeks? Where did I go missing? I had to go for an offsite to New York for my work, and I got really, really sick, and I also developed some nasty allergies, got some redness around my eyes. I don't know if you can still see some traces still left. And my voice was completely collapsed. Couldn't even talk for a couple of days. Sore throat and nose block. It was terrible. So I thought, how am I going to show up to this world with this face and a voice that's completely collapsed? Talk about how to sing better, how to practice. Isn't that weird? So it was very easy for me to take a pause and make an excuse that, oh, I'm sick, I can't make a video, and I fell for that. But then after a few days, I noticed that I'm not changing anything else in life. I'm still going to work, I'm still showing up in my meetings, I still have evening classes, except for a couple of days I took off to recover. But why 3 weeks of pause in the videos when I'm fully functional in other areas of life? The answer was clear. I was holding myself to a very high bar. Somehow I had a perfectly edited video in my mind where I sound perfect, I look good, and the whole thing just became about me and not about you. And that conflicted directly with my initial purpose of why I started this initiative in the first place. I wanted to connect with people like me and you who are busy in their lives, doing so many things, have competing priorities, juggling through family and work and all that, and still want to integrate music in their life. I went through the same struggles over these years and wanted to share those with all of you, hoping that it'll help others. That's why I wanted to start this channel. Having gone through this journey myself at an adult age, I know Carnatic music isn't an easy feat. It can be pretty demanding if you don't give it the right attention and devotion. But I still made it work. I still managed to start from the very basics and slowly make progress into singing more and more complex compositions. And now, looking back, it's almost an impossible dream come true for me. I'm able to enjoy complex compositions, just singing myself and drawing pure joy out of singing. Isn't that wonderful? And I want every one of you to feel that, touch that beauty of Carnatic music. That's the only reason I'm here, so that I can talk about my own experiences, my own struggles and vulnerabilities, and how over time I was able to figure out some techniques that really helped, some tools that my teacher gave me, and some systems that I built that worked for me really well. And that includes showing up on an imperfect day like today, where I'm absolutely off script and I just wanted to connect with you. And I'm here to tell you I'm just a few steps ahead of you. I'm no perfect, I'm no professional in singing, but I draw absolute joy in immersing myself in Carnatic music. And that brings me to lesson number one. Set your bar so low that you can still count that towards your progress. For some of you, This may be a reason why you might be missing some days without practice. Maybe you're holding yourself to a very high bar in music. Maybe you feel your voice isn't perfect and those sangatis aren't coming just the way it should be. You're not sounding like your guru, or maybe you heard a famous artist sing and you just don't sound like that anywhere closer to her. It doesn't matter what form it shows up. The underlying reason is just this: you're just expecting too much of yourself. So it's like this: your expectations are here, and right now you are here. So there is an unnecessary tension that is keeping you from making progress. The wider this gap is, the bigger the tension is. So just lower the expectations. Can you just sing sa pa sa for 10 minutes? Can you sing Sarli verses? If that comes naturally to you, can you sit for 10 minutes and sing a varnam, depending on your level, right? Something that comes very, very naturally to you, very easy. Just make sure that you're aligning to the right shruti, or try an alankaram in a different raga. Not only that lowers your expectation for the day, it can even challenge you in so many beautiful ways. Sometimes singing same Sarli Varises in Maya Madhavagola or Shankarabharanam can be boring. Switch it up. If you're a little bit advanced, a few other Sampurna Ragams, try Pantovarali, try Kalyani. Ask your guru if they are not helping you explicitly in those. Ask your teacher, can you help me correct Sarilivar says in Shanmuga Priya, for example. So just reduce your bar. And important thing is to just sit down for a few minutes and at least sing sa and align yourself to the Shruti. I'm going through the same struggle right now with video making because it's very new to me still now. So I just decided to lower my bar. I decided I'm just going to talk to you without a script, except structuring that a little bit so that I don't start rambling. And that brings me to lesson number two: go through the motions. Go through the motions of the daily rhythm of practicing. As I recall, there used to be a lot of days where I just didn't feel like practicing. My voice wasn't in the perfect shape, it was cracky. I was coming off of a cold or dehydrated or just tired. I figured, let me just warm up a glass of water, find a quiet place around the corner, ideally in the morning. It used to be very hard for me to get up in the morning, literally peel myself off of the bed. But I still did it, brush my teeth, get up. So just prepare coffee and find myself in a quiet place and just sing sa. Believe me, there were days when I used to just sing sa for 20 minutes, not because, singing sa for extended period of time is good. It is good, but that was not the reason. It was simply because I just didn't want to sing. It happens extremely rarely these days, almost never, I think. But now I'm talking after many years, right? This is part of my system right now. It's like brushing my teeth. I just can't go a day without practice. I miss it. But when I started initially, it used to be a struggle for me as well. So just sing the sa pa sa. Sometimes you could actually end up singing for an hour or so. It's like committing yourself to going to a gym every day. Some days you may not want to go, right? But some people just tell themselves that I'm just going to go to the gym and just walk for 15 minutes and come back. And then I've heard stories about them saying, oh, I ran 4 miles and came back. That happens, right? Comment below if you can relate to that. That brings me to lesson number three: draw insights from other areas of life that you might be consistent with. We are all good at something, right? Reflect into your own life and see what one or two things that you're intrinsically consistent. Can you think of one or two things that you're naturally consistent with? I say intrinsic because this shouldn't be something like a job which is external facing that you're committed to. If you don't show up to work, you're in trouble, right? Not an activity like that, but something like, do you go for a walk every day or every other day? Or it could be as simple as waking up early every single day. It's not easy for many people, including me. It used to be a struggle to wake up early in the morning. Do you go to bed on time? I know that is harder than waking up early, especially these days with so many distractions and social media and all that, right? Or are you good at maintaining a good diet? Whatever it may be, you must be consistent with that. And you are not born with that, remember, right? This was something you had to develop over time because you found value in investing that much energy and effort in perfecting that and making it consistent. So, what was that? Think of the struggles you went through and why and what worked, and draw insights. I'm sure you can find ways that you can apply those insights into practicing music. And I'm sure you will get through this. And if you can't think of any such habit that you're really consistent in, then let music be the first reason that you become consistent with at least something. I can't express just enough how much my life has transformed completely just by maintaining a consistent way of doing things, including music. To me, if not for any other benefits that you draw out of that habit, it's just a conscious way to live. And that's good, right? I really hope I could connect to at least one person who's watching this who relates to my own struggle and can draw some inspiration from this video. If you are that person, I would appreciate if you can connect back to me with a like or comment below. That would really, really boost me and encourage me to keep going with making these videos. And it's not just about me showing up in my best shape, but how can I help others going through the similar journey like me? And by the way, if you have any suggestions for me to make a video on, any specific aspects you're struggling with, or it could even be teaching you interesting kriti. If I know, I would be happy to break it down and try to teach it. This is something I've never done on YouTube, but I'd love to start this initiative in teaching kritis. And if I don't know the kriti, this would be a good motivation to learn and then teach you all. Or it could be any specific aspects of your own practice that you would love me to talk about. Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to give a shot at it. Thank you for watching.